Let's start the timer. All right. A pleasant day to everyone. My name is Coomansingh, and I shall be sharing my turning point mastery story. I shall also be highlighting some of my reflections from the reading of Mastery by Robert Greene in Finding Your Life's Task. And finally, I shall be highlighting some of my smart goals that I shall love to accomplish over the next 3 weeks. Let us begin. So, a little bit of an introduction about myself. I'm from the Caribbean island of Grenada, and I'm currently undertaking the game design master's degree. Within this degree, I would hope to learn all of the principles, distinctions, and knowledge that govern the gaming genre, that one day I could achieve my dream career path of opening my own game studio and producing my own games. So, on to strategy one, return to your origins, your primal inclination strategy. Throughout this strategy, Robert Greene highlighted the importance of not only paying attention to your likes and interests in your early years, but also kindling a profound love and connection to those interests, as often that shall be your vocation. Within this strategy, I understood how powerful our childhood fascinations can be and how unbeknown to us that it can shape the path that end up being our livelihoods. For strategy two, occupy the perfect niche, the Darwinian strategy. Robert Greene masterfully put the importance of following your inner intuition by saying you are seduced into such fields because you see others there making a living, treading the familiar path. Greene, 2012, Mastery, on page 35. Through my observation of this strategy, I reflected on the potential that we possess as young academics can be fostered through our interest, and it's more beneficial to think of our field of study as a tree with other branching associated fields that we can pursue. For strategy three, avoid the false path, the reflection strategy. Upon analyzing this strategy, I concluded that the false path is the result of not occupying the perfect niche. Moreover, that strategy is an extension of strategy two. Strategy three, that is an extension of strategy two. In modern society, the high paying and most prestigious jobs are often seen as a pinnacle of employment. These jobs would typically include a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, engineers, and chefs. On the other hand, these positions place a false premise that this is the only way to make a decent living. It is very often that, as Robert Greene stated, unlike Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, parents try not only to stifle talent and creativity, yet they push an identity onto us that isn't our own. Greene, 2012, Mastery. While the false path may shine and shimmer with approval, money, and fame, you will not only feel a sense of emptiness, but lost opportunity of the life and dream career you would have had if you followed your own path. For strategy four, let go of the past, the adaptation strategy. Through reading thoroughly and carefully observing this strategy, the quote by Robert Greene, you are not tied to a particular position. Your loyalty is not to a career or to a company. Greene, 2012, Mastery, page 39, resonated with me. To me, it showcased life as a river stream, representing our journey from start to finish. With your skills and expertise, you may reach a dead end or face with a stream of slowness or inertness, mostly due to some inevitable change or event. However, by letting go of the past or backtracking up the stream, you may find another fast-flowing channel, whereby representing a new opportunity to utilize your skill sets and flourish your life's task. And for the final strategy, find your way back, the life or death strategy. The quote by Robert Greene, the road to mastery requires patience. You'll have to keep your focus on 5 to 10 years down the road when you'll reap the rewards of your efforts. Greene Mastery, 2012, page 43. Gave me a lot of insight when it came to time and effort management. Short-term goals should be predecessors to long-term goals rather than being separated. If you do not achieve short-term success despite the determination, drive, and effort you put in, you should not see that as a long-term failure. While mastery and achieving your life's task may be a long and weary venture, it is achievable through placing smaller portions of your life's task in steps. Hence, it is more beneficial to work towards your life's task exponentially through slow, continuous progress over time. And here I shall share my turning point story. So the strategy that best fits my life and what I shall be sharing my turning point story on is the first strategy, return to your origins, the primal inclination strategy. Ever since I was young, I always had two dominant traits for myself. I love playing video games as that was my source of enjoyment and happiness, as well as me having a deep love and care for all kinds of animals and wanting to keep them all safe. From nursing baby birds that float of their nests, catching and relocating lizards from inside to outside the house, and even convincing my parents to not harm any spider or insect that was inside. Fast forward a few years, I am now attending the T.A. Marshall Community College here in Grenada, whereby I was pursuing an associate's degree in natural sciences. At that point, I was fixed on the idea to become a veterinarian like my mother, thus empowering that childhood love for animals. However, as luck would have it, I was not gifted in areas such as biology, remembering all its principles and concepts, and ended up not having enough credits to graduate. I was devastated. It was at this stage that I found myself at Robert Greene's fifth strategy of life or death, whereby I felt that I wasted my family's money, time, effort, and resources for 2 years just to come out empty handed. However, it was at that time when my mother helped rekindle my other childhood inclination of video games by saying, Sean, you always play and say how much you love video games, so why not do something in the game design and programming? This shifted my attention to the St. George's University Information Technology degree as it started at the fundamental level and required no prerequisites. My situation felt less bleak as it was somewhat a breath of fresh air and I can still become hopefully successful in the future. Throughout my time within the IT degree, I felt a sense of belonging, as if here was where I was meant to be the entire time. I would create web pages in my own free time for a web design course. I would quickly and easily grasp concepts when it came to Java programming. I'll be able to not only help but break down complex concepts in graphic design for my friends and other classmates. I was always so intrigued to learn something new, and I felt so happy and compelled to continue learning within the field of information technology. 2 months ago, I made a gigantic leap through embracing my childhood love for video games by not only graduating with honors from the St. George's University, but having the set goal of pursuing a master's in game design and programming to one day open my own game studio slash company and produce my own games. Here today, I am now in the process of taking another leap with my gaming passion in mind by working towards my game design degree here at Forster University and according to Robert Greene, reconnecting with my core passion from my early years, allowing that attraction to spark back into my life and finally placing myself on a path that will ultimately become my life's task. Green Mastery 2012, page 31. So here shall be sharing some of my SMART goals. Over the next 3 weeks, I would like to accomplish these goals. Number one, begin my first course catered to me learning and experiencing the field of game design and paving my path towards my dream career. Number two, network with other students within the game design degree to open opportunities for collaborative learning and exchanging perspectives within our courses. I thank you all for listening, and here are my references. Have a great day.